Hello everyone, welcome at Studio Free Press Matters. My name is Ruth and I'm your host of today. At Studio Free Press Matters, we give you regular updates about press freedom or access to information. And today we're going to talk about a topic that is so much underreported, while very, very, very important because it's affecting 2/3 of the world population. And that is climate change and environmental pollution. What is needed in this is fact-checking and reliable information. So journalism is a very important part of that. We're going to talk about that with Boris van Westering and also with Salam Omer. Salam is director of Kirkuk Now in Iraq. Welcome.
Hello.
Last month, Free Press Unlimited organized a webinar for journalists and media professionals about climate journalism. Boris, can you tell us a bit more about this? Why did we organize this?
Well, it was actually to inspire and motivate journalists to pick up this important topic of dealing with climate change into their reporting. So we invited a couple of experts from the region who gave them practical tips, hands-on support, and inspired them to do more on climate journalism.
Because that is now an underreported topic?
Well, you have to understand that in the Middle East region, independent journalism is under threat. At the same time, the headlines are dominated by many more crises than climate change.
Right.
So there is not a lot of space for climate stories into mainstream media.
While it affects a lot of people, of course.
It's incredible. If you see now the heat, for example, it's above 50 degrees. The water shortages are there. It is incredible. It's affecting everybody.
Okay, let's go to Salam. Salam, again, a warm welcome to the studio. In what way do local communities in your region experience the effects of climate change?
Again, thank you so much for having me here, Ruth. On daily basis, local communities can feel what's happening actually in terms of climate change and pollution in general. And especially this year, there's a very serious drought in the country. Yeah, now, like for example, I'm sitting in my office. Actually, we have asked, phoned a person to bring us a water tanker for us. So we don't have water. So this can be seen in a very bad way in villages and other local communities, especially in those areas where there's no enough security. There are problems between communities. There is violence as well. So this is it's actually at many levels. Actually, there is garbage in the streets because of lack of government services. There's lack of water. There actually, we have seen also over the past month, even many farmers and owners of livestock actually moved from different areas, moving to the north, actually, to those areas where there is enough grass for their livestock. So there are in many ways, actually, the droughts and the climate change are actually affecting local communities in Iraq.
So, Salam, basically it affects people in their daily life.
You are right, definitely. And this is actually, we have seen this year in a very bad way. And then because of also you don't have also the authorities who can have this, they don't see this as an immediate threat to the local communities and to people in general. So that's why we can see that on daily basis, definitely.
Right. And what can journalism do about this?
Actually, what's really important right now is, like Boris said, it's what is dominated actually the Iraqi news and the media mainstream in the country. It's not climate change. It's other political problems, economic problems, and the local and the regional disputes who are affecting the country. So one of the things can journalism do, especially training, is to divert the focus from actually these problems, which are actually they are really problems. So they should be dealt with, but to climate change. And then this is one of the jobs of journalism, because like other neglected issues like, for example, minority rights issues, IDPs rights. So those such issues also should be dealt with by journalism, and we should focus on it and shed light on it in order to give an example to other media platforms, also to the journalists to focus on that issue, which is threatening everyone.
Okay, thank you. So, Boris, is this then linked to each other? So the minority underreporting, climate change underreporting, the economy situation, is it all linked together?
Yeah, what we can see also that climate change is impacting every strata of the society. So on politics, economics, on local communities, and because it's so complex to grasp, it is treated as a scientific. You have to search deep into the data, but actually, what the challenge is for journalists, also in Iraq, is to absorb the data, understand what's going on with climate change, and make the relationship with, for example, the droughts, with economic crisis, unemployment, pollutions, and so on. And when they are able to do so, then you see that the reporting on climate change actually can have effect and can lead to changes. And that's the positive element to it. So it is not only to talk about the problems, it's also to talk about the solutions.
And do you have examples of that?
Yes, indeed. We do have. So within the work that we do is that we support local journalists in understanding this complex data, come with good stories, and you see that when they are published, a local governor picks up the story, reads it, and handles and deals with it. Mm-hmm. It has some kind of a snowball effect at 50 degrees. But if something starts to change, it needs to become part of the political idea. It needs to be the talk of the town, and this is actually exactly what journalists can do.
Mm-hmm. Salam, can you confirm that?
I would like to say that, like, a few years ago, when we started with No News Bad News with Free Press Unlimited, and before that, actually on reporting on disputed areas. So there is no, actually very, very few people believe that in Iraq, like an independent media platform can function. And then with the support of FB, we proved that. And then now Kirkuk Now has become like a platform that people can depend on it, and it's reliable. It comes out. For me, it's the same thing with the climate fellowship, because it's the beginning. But we can feel that from the beginning that there will be changes, and then it has started to that, because like we have like stories within the fellowship, like it has been duplicated and republished by international local media outlets, and then people contacted local authorities, and then so there's this move. So and then I'm sure that in the very near future we can see that at the local level.
So I want to thank you both of you for being here in the studio. Boris and Salam, thank you so much for, although it's very hot, even in the Netherlands, to be here in the studio. I wish the both of you very good luck with your work, and I hope, Salam, that you continue to do this very important work in Iraq. And thank you, audience, for watching. I hope to see you next time again at Studio Free Press Matters.